Uncertainty is the only certainty. That was the message from a talkfest of some of the country's biggest retailers today. Company bosses agreed the impact of the government's carbon price is unclear for business, but consumers may not necessarily have to bear the burden, with retailers squeezing their suppliers instead. Philip Lasker has this report.
Some of Australia's top retailers got together and not everyone complained about the cautious consumer.
For a lot of retail businesses, transactions are up, dollars are down because of the Australian dollar. There are lots of people shopping.
Shopping for products that are cheaper because of the strong dollar. But many observed a change in behaviour, and there was no escaping discussion about its many causes.
The daily headlines have been dominated by some economic disaster that's beyond Australia's control, and who knows what's going to happen. Uncertainty, uncertainty, uncertainty.
Add the impact of the carbon price to that.
It's something that's going to evolve over time, I think, and our initial approach is to look at the impact on costs as they come through, and I think that's going to come through in a number of ways. Directly in some of our cost of doing businesses, such as our transport costs and our power costs, but also in the cost of goods as some of our manufacturers face those costs.
And so will consumers face certain price hikes as a result?
I don't think you can make that direct correlation. I think it's another cost which we will have to contend with. As I said, from our point of view, we've been seeking to mitigate that through some of the initiatives and programmes we've been putting in place within our stores, and we want to try and make sure that our suppliers take a similar approach.
Retailers with clout expect suppliers to carry much of the burden, possibly at the expense of Australian jobs.
The challenge there is, as retailers, we'll still be putting pressure to keep costs as low as we can for our customers, and then that may force some of our suppliers to look at other sources. So whether they, in fact, start to go overseas to get product sourced or manufactured, I think that's where we'll see some challenges.
So consumers may get off more lightly than expected, but something's got to give.